What is up, you guys? Always good to see you here on the Mr. Dig channel. Sorry we're not live for Trashy Tuesday today, but as you know, Coco's on vacation. I've got a lunch appointment tomorrow. Today is Monday, but hopefully a little crunch of vision will suffice for Trashy Tuesday. We've got a rainy one here. So the Masters tournament started this week, and that's kind of really slowed down business a lot because Augusta gets crazy busy during this week. So even our trucks slow down a good bit. The rain has postponed, I think, the practice rounds today. So I'm gonna do the best I can to get you guys a little cruncho vision, and hopefully that'll satisfy your need for your Trashy Tuesday. We've got Antonio in the number 5 compactor with the new wheels. Daniel's in the older compactor. Not exactly sure why the D6 is still down. Maybe we'll go talk to Daniel here in a minute. It's really starting to come down, unfortunately. We'll go talk to Daniel in a minute and see what's going on with the Dozer. I'm pretty sure they went ahead and put the new transmission and torque converter in. So again, not sure why she's still sitting. The tipping floor is an absolute mess. It's been raining for 2 days now. Got one little truck right here. Sitting in my truck waiting on the rain to stop. It kind of did, and now of course as soon as I get out, it's starting to come down like cats and dogs again. At least we ain't got to worry about dust today. We don't need that in the trash, do we? That looks like a fire waiting to happen with those batteries, and lights are still on something here. What is this thing? I ain't real sure what it is, but we're gonna get it out of the trash because those batteries, as you guys have put in the comments, could be the reason for some of our fires. All right, we got the battery disposed of. I want to show you guys this right here. We used to take this waste quite a long time ago, and we quit because it's actually kind of dangerous. The reason it's dangerous is this is a fiberglass rod, and when you run over that with the compactor, these things explode. Now, obviously this is coming from a high electricity component facility. These go on your high line power lines going down the road, or maybe even at substations, things like that. But that is some thick fiberglass. So I think we're trying this material. I think we're gonna see what it does through the Roto Chopper 75 DK soon, so that we don't have to run over it with the compactor, because seriously, this stuff goes off like a bomb. I mean, that is some high tensile strength fiberglass right there, and when it cracks, it just explodes. And it was dangerous for the compactor operator as well as anybody within like a 300-foot radius. It's kind of sketchy. So hopefully I can get that going through the shredder for you. I don't know if it's going to be any better going through the Roto Chopper. I'm leaving for vacation next week, so maybe Courtney can do Trashy Tuesday. Jackson and I are going to see the redwoods out in California, so I'll do my best to get some stuff lined up for you guys. But I'm really excited about that trip. We're trying to see as many national parks as we can. This one is pretty up there on the list. Got a few more trucks rolling in now, but man, it is really coming down. I'm sorry if there's raindrops on the screen. I keep trying to wipe it to keep it somewhat clean. There's an old deck, looks like somebody got rid of. And then let's see what's in this tandem or triaxle dump truck right here. It's like an old home demo, maybe. And of course, we got David in the Hyundai Magnet. He was coming over here to check this. I guess he thought this was metal, but it's some type of rubber or plastic type corrugated roofing, I believe. So no metal, sorry buddy, you get to sit back over there in the rain. Man, those new wheels are doing the trick, I'm telling you what. This should make for some decent cruncho vision, and Daniel's saying he's going to bend to his left, so we better get out of the way. The difference between the wheels. So his teeth on his wheels are a couple inches shorter than Antonio's. Not quite getting that penetration down through the trash. Still doing just fine though, but definitely could use another set. Getting soaking wet right now, we do get better compaction in the rain. It just helps hold that material together a little bit more, and of course it's not near as dusty, thank goodness. Man, David's got a pile of metal over there. Good gracious. I think he's waiting on that other box to get pulled because it's full, and then when they return it, they'll set it over here beside him, and he'll load and pack everything into the metal recycling box. Let's see what we got in this truck here. It looks kind of junky. Might have some trash we got to get out of it. Of course, it's kind of hard to see from where I'm at. Lots of cardboard, man. I hate burying cardboard. Even though it's not bringing that much money right now, it does bring something, but you know, you just can't afford the time to pay. It's not worth the time paying somebody to pick it out, unfortunately, as I've said a million times in past videos. There's A-Rod. I think he warmed up lunch for everybody today. And the way everybody's running towards his truck, I would assume he's got food or something good. Hey, I want in on with some of this action, the way everybody's running over here, you got to have something good in there.
We ain't got nothing. We
Grilled chickens. How you doing, Hey, Ron?
Good, buddy, good.
David, Daniel, how's it going, bro?
How's it going?
It's wet.
It is.
What's going on with your dozer? Why is she still sitting?
Waiting on them to come pick it up.
Oh, they ain't done the transmission yet? Oh, it was running the other day?
Yeah, I run it for a little while. It's still just up in there on getting hot and stuff.
So they got to take it and...
They're going to take it to the shop.
Oh, man.
Said he got to pull the cab up with it.
Really? That's going to be a job then.
It's going to be a pretty good job.
Yeah, well, you ain't going to have her back for a little while then, are you? It's going to be a little while.
Yeah.
Jump in there and get you some chicken.
Check it out good. So look at that.
That's purty.
I don't know.
Meals on wheels. Phone's ringing again.
It is, isn't it?
Yep.
Hey, it quit.
Hey, good. That's what I do. I just don't answer it. It quits.
I like it when that happens.
Thanks for bringing the guys food, man. That's mighty nice of you.
I try, buddy.
You
all, go to waste.
You all right for Floyd, you know it?
I try. We'll keep running around.
All right, stay dry. So as you may know, Brandon got married over the weekend. He's on his honeymoon this week, and I believe that was some food left over from the wedding. So Aaron was kind enough to warm it up for everybody and delivering lunch, man. It's little things like that that go a long way around here, you know. Everybody works super hard. Matter of fact, the guys back in the landfill usually bring their lunch and they'll just eat, you know, on the job. So they don't really get a true lunch break. So little things like that go a long way, and it's nice just to kind of bring the morale up with everybody and, you know, show them that we care and appreciate all their hard work back here. And speaking of hard work, the guys have been digging. They're in some beautiful sand right now. I think that's the either Cat or Volvo getting loaded by Mr. Ivan. But I want to take you guys around to the sand plant later in the video and show you the difference in color. And they are in a good, like a beautiful deposit of sand right now. It looks phenomenal. It's just blonde and pretty. You're not going to have to wash it very much. It's already clean as they're excavating it out of the ground, so it's going to make great C33 concrete sand. We'll ride around there and take a look at that in a minute if it don't get too nasty. We've got a big storm cloud moving in right now. I might have to head to the truck here in a minute. In fact, I think I'm gonna go ahead and walk that way because that black line is coming right towards us. We'll see what's in this load real quick like, and then we'll boogie to the truck and then around to the sand plant, hopefully. I'll get on this side where he can see me so I can help him dump out. We got a little Ford Ranger coming in here. If anybody can make it and not get stuck, it's that Ford Ranger. I've got so many videos on Ford Rangers out there, it cracks me up. There's David some metal, and I can't believe it, but it's actually dust. He didn't raise his can up quite high enough. Come on back, buddy. Don't throw it out all out there. Come on now. This means come back, sir. Oh my goodness gracious. Come on, dude. You are gonna throw it all the way to the scale house. Back. I'm glad that ain't one of my truck drivers. Yeah, I'm trying to help him. Man, well, what can you do? How you doing today, sir? Doing all right, buddy. A little wet. Yeah. All right, we're going ahead and jump in the truck, guys. It's really coming down. Got a good many trucks here right now, but it is, yeah, it's nasty. We got to go run and hide. Wind's blowing, rain's coming down. Marco, it's raining, buddy. Yeah. Did you get you some chicken? All right, good deal, man. I'm gonna go hide in the truck. Good gracious. The radar didn't show this. Whew, we made it back to the truck, but I am soaking wet, man. It was really coming down there for a second. Of course, as soon as I jump in the truck, it kind of tapers off a little bit, but I think it's supposed to do this pretty much all day today. We're gonna ride around and take a look at the sand plant regardless. And if you heard Daniel a while ago, they're having to take the D6 down to the shop in order to do the transmission and torque converter replacement and take the cab off. There's a lot of lines down there too that are prematurely weakened, I think due to the temperatures of, you know, fighting fires and that type of stuff. So we're going to go ahead while I got the cab off, replace a lot of the lines, of course, get the fire suppression system back repaired, and do a ton of work to it. Thank goodness that thing was still under warranty. Maybe y'all can leave it in the comments below. I don't know what a new transmission and torque converter would cost on a D6. I'm thinking by the time it's all said and done, maybe around the 75,000 range with labor, but I don't know, but it's going to be crazy expensive. So thank goodness it's still under warranty. I don't know whether that was just a lemon transmission that we got, but if you remember in the very beginning, and I'm pretty sure we got video to prove it, it was just overheating constantly. They changed the RPM on the fan speed, thought that had it, did a bunch of work. It just, from the shop, unfortunately, came defective. So anyway, at least we got compactors running, knock on wood, and let's go around to the sand plant and let me show you guys this beautiful sand. All right, we're around here at the sand plant now, and the rain, for now, has tapered off. So I'm gonna jump out of the truck real quick and show you guys the difference in the color of the sand. And wait until just a minute from now when I show you it actually hitting the ground. It is beautiful. But just look at the color difference right there, you guys. So this is from a few weeks ago. It's got a lot more clay material in it. And this is the stuff that they're dumping today. And just look at how, I mean, you can see the contrast in color right there. That is a sand miner's dream. And it's already getting washed a little bit, believe it or not, just with the rain hitting that exposed sand. It'll go ahead and start washing some of the particulates off of it and cleaning it up a little bit for us. Not near enough, it's still got to go through the plant, but oh yeah, that's beautiful right there. See, a little bit of clay left on my hand, but nothing like as if we were to do the test over there. Our hand would be stained orange, so just a slight bit of clay content, but this is beautiful, beautiful sand right here. You know, the neat thing about sand mining is we're just sitting on a really good deposit. And if you find a sand mine anywhere, normally that's the case. For whatever reason, from rivers, oceans, what have you, that sand was deposited there, whether by wind or water. Just however it was deposited and how much of it determines whether or not a site is a good mining site or not. Now, we kind of got into this by accident. If you've watched the videos, you know the kind of the history, which by the way, I'm working on the video of Dad too. And in that video, I'll show you guys kind of the sequence of events and how all the businesses formed. And we'll talk about the sand plant a little bit. But I guess my point being is we just got lucky and just happened to live on a very clean, nice, gradation wise sand reserve. And so the gradation, you know, we have to run those tests every day. You need all the different particle sizes to make up a concrete sand, which is what Keith is taking in his 844K up there to the hopper. It'll go through the wash plant and it will size it somewhat going through the screws and make sure that we have the right gradation. So the South Carolina and Georgia Department of Transportation comes and checks on us very often to make sure that we have the right gradation, that our sand's clean enough, because you got to figure the sand is going into bridges like the I-20 overpass, parking decks, you know, structurally super important things. And so everything has got to be just so that concrete is as strong as it can be. So here in South Carolina, we're on kind of the sand hill belt. Atomic sand is in part of it, and even Catawba sand, the dormant mine that I showed you guys in a few recent videos, the two that we're selling, they just happen to be on part of that belt and just have naturally good deposits of nice, clean, correct gradational I don't know the word, but the right gradation of sand. And believe it or not, this sand mountain was so huge when we first started this operation, so we had to load the hopper with an excavator because there simply wasn't enough room right here to get a loader in and get a scoop and put it into the hopper. So we had to cut us out a little hole, if you will, right here just to be able to get a front end loader, because I'm telling you guys what, this thing was 5-6 times bigger than what you see now. I mean, it come all the way out to here. It was massive, had over 1 million cubic yards in that stockpile. Back in the good old days, it was just easy. You just take a loader, run it through the plant, take that same loader, load a truck. But now we have the added expense of having to excavate sand, because obviously we chopped that mountain down 3 times over now. We built the mountain, chopped it down, built it, chopped it down. And so now, obviously, we're having to dig to build our mountain up again. But I tell y'all what, I love my sand like I like my women, blonde. The blonder, the better. And look at this right here. That is almost white. It's getting close to the color of atomic sand over in Beach Island. Look at that. Now that is a thing of beauty. But you can, I don't know if the GoPro probably doesn't pick it up too well, but you can see different grain sizes in there, some large all the way down to very small. That's what you're looking for, is a good mix right there. I love that sound, guys. And all this excess water, this pile will have to sit here for at least 24 hours. I mean, it doesn't have to, but we allow it to sit so it can drain, because I want to sell my customers sand and not water. Now, in emergency situations, when we've been out of sand, then we have to load it wet. The guys understand that, but obviously they need the sand that bad to make concrete, so they're willing to pay for water. But ideally, and 99% of the time, we have time to let the sand sit here and drain out, and then load it out as a more dry product. Speaking of a dry product, I'm gonna go get dry because I am soaking wet. I hope this video will suffice in place of the Trashy Tuesday. We'll try to figure out what's gonna go on next Tuesday, see if Coco can handle it, or it might just be when I get back off of vacation. But appreciate you guys watching. Consider subscribing if you hadn't already. Please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It helps out a lot, and I appreciate it. See you on the next video.